All right, guys, what's up? Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day, but today we are going to be sharing with you something that I think needs to be talked about, and that is a little warning why most small channels won't survive in 2026. And I know that sounds all doom and gloom, but the reality is there are a lot of YouTube people starting, all right, that want to start a YouTube channel, start making some money, maybe even add it to their business. If they're smart, that is what they're doing. But what I wanted to do today, and Scotty wanted to do today, is break this down. I've got 5 things that I'm going to share with you that I really do believe need to be addressed. And if we don't address these, and if you are one of these smaller channels, you could be at risk. And we want to prevent that. Our job here, our goal, our mission is to shine a light on what it really does take to start and grow a successful YouTube channel, because there's more to it than what is being said out there. And we're going to break it all down for you here today in this live stream. This also just happens to be our content recording day. So some of you understand what that means. If you don't, Scotty and I jump on once a week right here, and we go over a topic for the live stream. And then we have 2 to 3, sometimes 4 subtopics, and then those become our content for the week. Speaking of that, we're going to be actually teaching that entire process this weekend. So depending on when you're watching this, if you're here live or if you're here on the replay and you're watching this before September 27th, 2025, and you would like to join us, well, you can. We actually have a link in the description that will take you over to the details about the workshop that we're going to be doing. It's called 1 Hour Content Magic, because that's exactly what it is. It's magic. When we started this channel, we used something that we started to learn by testing on another channel that we grew to over 100,000 subscribers and over 7 figures in revenue. But the thing was, over the 10-year span of that, I got burnt out and I wanted to figure out a better way. There had to be a better way. And so when we started this channel, I told Scotty, the only way I'm going to do it is if we can use our simple method that we've been using over there. And it actually has been working really well. This channel now over 36,000 subscribers. It's gotten over 1.6 million channel views, 11,000 email subscribers, and it's made over $100,000. So I think it works. And we're going to be breaking down that 1 hour content magic system. We call it the one take system. And it's basically what we're doing right here, right now. So that's what we're going to be covering this weekend. If you want to join us, make sure that you check out the details in the description. If it is after the fact, that link will be gone because the workshop will have been over with. But if you're interested in joining us, make sure that you go in the description and check that out. All right, Scotty, we're going to dive in here. I've got 5 areas that I want to jump into. Is there anything you wanted to touch on before we dive into this little topic that we wanted to cover here today?
Yeah, I mean, I'll dive into something real quick that we're currently testing, which is for those of you who don't know, we always post on the community tab, and we try to stay engaged in there as well. But we use it in a different way than a lot of people do. A lot of people go in and they try to use it as to share their video, to maybe get more views, maybe put a poll here and there, but they're not leveraging it for what we're using it for, which is to get more leads for our business. So I decided, we were posting almost one a day, but I said, you know what, we're going to test something out for 30 days. We're going to go and I'm going to schedule 3 pieces of content on the community tab, and 3 separate ones. So like one's a poll, one's an image that has a call to action for our lead magnet, and another is going to be just sharing one of our videos. I'm going to do that 3 every day for 30 days, and we're going to see what happens. And right now, the results for the first week, I'll say our impressions are up. Okay, which, great. That doesn't matter that much, but impressions are up, which is cool. Mm-hmm. But the good thing is, talking about leads from getting them from the community tab, we've gotten over 20 leads this week just from the community tab of putting those posts out there. So we just started this, and it hasn't even been a full week of doing the 3 a day. already getting over 20 so far. And those are leads that could potentially be clients of ours. So that's a win in itself right now. And if you're not using the community tab, you need to dive into it. You don't have to go to the extreme of 3 a day like we're doing right now. This is a test because we're trying to see maybe there's more out there for the community tab than we realize, which right now it's proving itself that, yeah, there is out there. I mean, a lot of these posts are very similar. They're different because they're different types of questions for the polls or the text, but they all are the same thing around the same kind of topics. And we're still getting new leads every day. So it's a great test. I say if you're not using the community tab at all right now, I would go try it out. And again, we're going to report back too and see how this really does after 30 days and maybe do like a little breakdown of, was it worth it? Was it not?
Yeah. Here's what I would like to know too. How many of you right now are using the community feature, the community posts? Let us know that in the comments. All right. Let us know in the comments. Are you currently using the community post feature? We'd like to know. All right. So with that all being said, great update, Scotty. Love that. And yes, we will be sharing the details when we have more after we've collected that data. But so far, I mean, if you're running a business and you're getting an additional 20 email leads in a week from doing that, not a lot of work. It's pretty good. So we're pretty excited about that. All right, cool. So let's get into it. All right. We talked about the announcement. We're going to be teaching our 1-hour content magic system. That's for creating multiple pieces of content that will be able to get published on your channel, whether you want to do it over the course of a month, or if you want to just do like us and do 3 videos a week and really ramp up your content creation with only recording 1 hour per week. You're going to want to join us on that workshop. And you can do that by, again, in the description, we'll have a link that's going there. The reason why I'm putting it in the description is because, well, we can control it there because after the workshop's over, we're going to be taking that out of there because the workshop will have ended. So if you're interested in learning that system, go ahead and check it out in the description. All right, cool. So let's get into it. So what is this warning that I want to share with you and why most small YouTube channels won't survive in 2026? And again, I say this from experience. I've been on this platform now for over 17 years. And just to kind of get you up to speed, if you don't know this already, YouTube just turned 20 this past year. So I've been on there since almost the beginning. So I've seen a lot of things change, a lot of things come and go. I've seen creators come and go. I've built multiple businesses on the back of YouTube using YouTube as that traffic source, but I've used it in multiple different ways. And right now, what I am seeing is that there's a lot of so-called gurus out there that are giving people the idea that you just have to post content, you just got to share, and you'll build an audience, and then from that audience you'll be able to get monetized, and then when you get monetized, you'll be able to start rolling in the cash. Well, I'm here to tell you that's probably not going to be the case. Number one, most people struggle to get 1,000 subscribers and to get 4,000 watch hours. Most people struggle. And there's a few things here I'm going to cover. I'm going to cover 5 things, by the way. And I'm not just going to give you like, this is why those creators are going to fail. I'm going to give you what to do instead. So I don't like to just have it be like, don't do this. It's like, but why? And what else should we do? But if you're watching this right now, I'm so glad that you are, because you're going to be ahead of the curve. Again, if you are thinking to yourself, I want to create content on YouTube, build an audience, and also maybe build a business or add to your current business. Actually, you know what? Let me know in the comments right now. Are you using YouTube to help get traffic to your business, to help sell your products? Let us know that in the comments as well. I'd love to know. All right. So the very first thing that I want to talk about is the plan. And this is not talked about enough. It's just like, you know what? Just spray and pray. It's just like, hopefully we get something to stick. I don't want to do that. I mean, my time is precious. We're only here for a limited amount of time on this earth. Like, why am I going to waste time when I can have a clearer path? So the thing is we want to plan. All right. We want to focus not on just YouTube monetization. Is YouTube monetization a thing? Yes. It wasn't a thing when I first started, by the way. Remember, I started over 17 years ago. It wasn't even a thing. So why would we be on YouTube? to get people to watch you. No, I was using it to build a business, to get traffic to my business, which I'm still doing today, by the way. But focusing on YouTube monetization is not necessarily a plan. It's a step in the plan, maybe, because then you're going to be able to get paid to drive traffic to your business. That's what we did last year on this channel, which is a newer channel. I say newer, it's just over a year old. We got paid over $11,000 to build our audience and to build our email list and deplatform, which we'll get to here in a second. But the thing is like, if you're just thinking to yourself, like, I'm going to start this YouTube thing and I'm going to get to monetization. That's the whole goal. And you'll see it on some of these bigger channels, the channels that we all know them. I'm not going to call anybody out. I like a lot of these channels. They have good information, but it's a constant repeating of the same thing. How to get 1,000 subscribers, how to get 1,000 subscribers in 30 days, how to get 1,000 subscribers, right? It's because that's what you want. How to get 4,000 watch time hours, how to get 4,000 watch time hours. That's like boom, 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 all over. Okay. It's like all of these things, how to get more views, how to get more views, how to get more views. That's all that we're hearing. But we got to have a plan. And if we have a plan and we can follow that plan, we can get to way more than monetization will ever give you, by the way. If we waited right now to get monetized, it took us actually 89 days, which is pretty good. But if we waited and just said, you know what, that's it, that's what we're going to get to, we would have did okay. We made $11,000 last year on ads, but that's all we would have made. This channel to date's over $115,000, not from ads. Okay. Yes, 11,000 of it is. Okay. So I want anyone out there that's listening or willing to listen is like, create a plan. And the crazy thing is, I've done this before. It's not that hard if you have a plan to follow. If you would like a plan, I want to give you that plan. And I'll tell you why here in a second, because you're probably like, well, okay, what strings are attached, Scott? I know that it's the, online business stuff. There's always a catch. There's no catch. And it's because I'm going to follow the same plan that I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you value. I'm going to give you value before we ever exchange any money. If we ever exchange any money, we may never do that. You may never pay for any of our services. You may never join one of our workshops ever. And that's okay. Totally fine. But we want to create a plan to get there by giving. One of the steps here is giving value and also giving free resources with no strings attached. And I'd like to do that right now. And I'll demonstrate how this works. We have it's what we call our 100K YouTube creators business plan. Okay. It's where you can add $100,000 to your business, or you can create your first 100,000. This is the same plan that I followed for years, and the same one that we followed on this channel right now. If you'd like a copy of that, 100K in the comments. That's all you got to do. Just put 100K in the comments and we'll send you a copy of that. It's 18 pages. It's exactly what we follow. And right now, currently, it's been downloaded, I believe, over 3,000 times. All right. So if you'd like a copy, just 100K, we'll send it to you. No strings attached. Why are we doing that? Because it's part of our plan to give value and have you get to know, like, and trust us. And then maybe down the line, you might want to join one of our workshops. You might want to belong to one of our cohorts. You might want to come in and get some coaching, maybe, but we're not there yet. We just met each other, maybe. Okay. So that's what we want to do. The second thing is, okay, that I want to talk about, and one of the reasons why, a lot of small channels are going to have a really hard time and struggle, is just not going after views. Like, we're not looking at like what's trending, like what could we tap into? Like, yes, do we want to look at something that might be in our niche that we could attach it to and then be like, oh, there's getting a lot of attention right now? Of course, but we want it to be aligned with our niche. If not, then we're not going to do it. So views just to get views is not in the plan. It's not in the plan. Okay. It's to create content to attract our perfect audience. That's it. That's the goal. So if it gets 100 views, fine. If it gets 1,000 views, great. If it gets 100,000 views, awesome. But we're not just looking to get views so we can have this badge of honor. It's not what we're doing. Okay. That's the second thing I want to share. The third is subscribers. I mentioned this earlier. Got to get those subscribers. Got to get those subscribers. That's all we're focusing on, views and subscribers, right? Here's the truth. subscribers don't matter anymore. Now, I'm not saying that they don't matter, like people aren't going, like you don't want people that enjoy your content, but getting more subscribers does not get you more views. It just doesn't. If that was the case, this channel right now has got 36,000 subscribers. That means that every video should get 36,000 views. It's not the case. It does not happen. Okay. So they don't matter as much anymore. Now, what does matter, there is one milestone that I would shoot for: get 1,000 subscribers. Why? Because then you are closer to getting monetized. If you get monetized now, part of that plan, by the way, is to get monetized so we can have YouTube pay us to build our email list and to build our audience and to sell our products. Like, why not? It's there, but we're not necessarily focusing on just that. Okay. So yes, we want to focus on 1,000 subscribers, but that's not all. We're not going to be obsessed about getting 1,000 subscribers. That's not what we're doing. Okay. Number 4, faceless and AI generated trap. That's going to be a big one. So many people are going to fall into that trap. I had one guy who was, wanting to be actually part of one of our cohorts. And he was like, yeah, I want to use like all AI stuff. I want to make like an AI of myself and I want it to be on there. And I'm like, I don't think you should. And I'm not sure he loved that answer, but I'm going to be brutally honest with you, because number one, if I'm going to be working with someone, I want us to be aligned. I'm not aligned with that, because if you're trying to sell some of your products, if you're trying to get people to want to buy into your coaching or your courses or anything like that, do you want to learn from an AI generated, bot, or do you want to learn from someone else? Do you want to learn from a person? Do you want to feel that real connection? I'm telling you right now, trust is at its all-time low. Like they're saying, like we're in a trust recession right now. And I believe that, because there's so much AI generated. Like what's real, what's not. We don't know anymore. And let me ask you in the comments, let me know if you are researching something and you're getting, and this is like, you're looking for information that you want some feedback on, or you want to know like, I'm going to be hiring this, or I need to know this answer. I'm not. And if you had someone that came on that was just an AI robotic type of, or not even robotic, let's just say that it was a great AI, would you feel as comfortable about that relationship? Or, or would you feel better if you had someone that you could talk to, like us, being able to talk to you or give direct feedback? I know myself, like I want to talk to a human being. I don't want to talk to a bot. That's just me. Let me know in the comments. All right. So that's the other thing. Competition is going to be higher in that realm, because that's what people are trying to do. Because why? It's faster. It's easier. I don't have to be on camera. So you know what? That makes that bar a little bit higher than for the ones that do want to get on camera, right? Makes it a little bit, oh, well, if I do that, then, so if I'm doing this and other people ain't willing to do that, they're going to use AI, then I'm going to then stand taller. So that's what we want to look at. Because people want real, they want the real trust. And I think that we're lacking that. The 5th thing I want to share with you is building on rented land. So think about this for a second. I've seen it happen. You build your channel on YouTube. Maybe let's not even talk about YouTube. You build it on Instagram. You build it on any of the other platforms. It's all rented land. If they want to, or if their AI picks up that you did something wrong, boom, overnight, you're gone. Or they suspend you and all your traffic just went gone, disappeared. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen in e-commerce businesses that I was helping with years ago, where Amazon would do the same thing. Boom, all of a sudden, red flag, boom, done. You're suspended. You were making 30 grand a month. No more, gone. Rented land. We don't want to build our stuff on rented land. Now, do we not want to build on that at all? No, we want to build on it. But then what we want to do is we want to deplatform as soon as we possibly can. And what do I mean by that? We want to start building our own email list. Email lists are not dead, by the way. If you're hearing that out there on the interwebs, I'm here to tell you that it's not. That 115,000, 100,000 of that came directly from email. My other business that I was running for multiple years, over 10 years, did multiple 7 figures. I would say 85% of that, email. Okay. So email is something that I think is still underutilized, and it's been around forever, but it's still something that doesn't have as much noise as social media. You don't have to compete as much there. It's also something you control. I'm not relying on an algorithm. Okay. So that's something I think is underutilized. And right here, part of that plan that I mentioned earlier, it's part of that plan. And guess what? You may or may not realize it. I already did that part in this plan. If you remember in the very beginning, if you were here, I talked about our 100K roadmap. And I said, if you want a copy, just comment 100K down below, which, by the way, if you want that, just comment 100K and we'll send it to you. That's going to build our email list. That's how we do it. And then once you come over there, now, whether you see a video of mine or not, I can email you on Monday if I want to and let you know what's happening. You see the power in that? I can let you know, oh, we're going to be doing a workshop this coming Saturday, which we are, by the way. If you're watching this before September 27th and you want to join us, in the description, there'll be the details. And it's going to be showing you how to create multiple pieces of content by just recording once a week at 1 hour. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. It's kind of meta. But if you're interested in that, all the details will be there. But rented land, we don't want to build our business, our audience on rented land. Do we want to use that rented land as long as we can? Absolutely. Yes, we do. But we don't want to build our property there that we have no control over. Okay. So hopefully I made my point there. Now, getting leads. I'm gonna wrap this little thing up here with a bow. Getting leads. One of the number one things, if you're a business, if you're watching this and you are a business and you're not collecting leads like we just did right there, like we literally just did. I did it twice in this one little section here in this video, in this live stream. Well, if you want to see how we're doing it, I've got another free resource for you. And it's what we call our Steady Leads playbook. And this right here, guess what? We're giving that away for free too. You don't have to put a credit card in. You don't have to do any of that stuff. It's not like a pay for the shipping. It's a digital guide. This here's printed, but there's a digital guide. And there's a video, 2 hours long, by the way, where we taught that Steady Leads Flywheel process, our content machine. We built that and we taught that in a group setting. And we're giving that away too. My gosh, this is unbelievable, right? Like, Scott, why would you do this? Because I've been doing this for 17 plus years and I built multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses on the back of YouTube. And this is exactly how I've done it. So the reason why I'm getting a little elevated is because there's so many gurus out there that are just giving bad advice. And some of it's probably really good, but man, just keep that stuff simple. Stop chasing the views, stop chasing the monetization on YouTube, as that's going to be the holy grail. It's not. All right. So hopefully this helped you guys. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. And I promise you, if you download that, go through the 100K roadmap, go through that, it will paint a clear picture on how exactly to do it. All right. So Scotty, did I miss anything? Did I leave anything out other than my glasses? My new glasses just keep sliding down. I got to keep pushing them up. I think I got to readjust.
No, I think you hit the nail on the head. I mean, that's the thing too with, I mean, what we're kind of preaching with all of this. Like, I mean, you wrapped it up pretty good, but I mean, here's the other thing too. We put a lot of pressure on ourselves, especially the gurus out there, put a lot of pressure on you that you need all these views to make any sort of money, income, anything. And, you know, they put the pressure on you that you got to get the views, right? Like, views is number one. And I'm not going to lie, when we started this channel, we fell into the trap of that. We're like, oh, we need views. We need this, right? That's what you need. Yeah. But that's not necessarily true. You just need the right audience. And we've been focusing on that since we did our pivot. And it's the quality of the views. So we got to forget the amount of views, but the quality of them, because you can have 10,000 views and they aren't the right audience and it doesn't do anything for your business. Right. Yeah. But you have 200 of the right people, it might do something for your business. I mean, perfect example right now, even our videos are taking a hit right now. I mean, we're averaging under 500 views a video. I mean, some pop off, but usually under 500 a video. We're still getting 10 to 15 leads a video. when we put them out there, depending on the video, and that's with under 500 views. And
Mhm.
those leads are quality leads that are people we want to attract. We've done videos before that have gotten 30,000 plus views that are not the right audience, that are not bringing in the right leads, and they amount to nothing. So
Yeah.
it's like, is it worth the views that you're getting? Like, ooh, it's cool on, you can show it off. Oh yeah, I got 30,000 views. This is amazing. That's cool. What did it do for your business? What did
Mhm.
it do for your channel besides show other people you got views? It doesn't do anything, right? Like, I get in the beginning to get to monetization, sure, you need the watch hours, all of that, but like, it doesn't really matter anymore. And for example, I don't know if who was it? Lindsay's still on here. She had a video the other day, which was very interesting to me, this was awesome. It was, I believe at the time it was under 400 views, and it had like between 10 to 15 leads on that one video with like, I think it was like 300 views or something like that. And I believe she got a client out of that one too. And it's like, that's all you need. Like, you don't need all these crazy views. Now, I had to respond to a comment the other day. Someone was like, "Oh, but if you get more views, doesn't that mean you're just going to get more clients and then that's how you scale and this and that?" Not necessarily.
No,
Like,
not necessarily at
here's
all.
the thing. Sure, if you had the right audience and you got more views, would we take it? Absolutely. Could you get more leads? Absolutely. But here's the thing. There's other ways to scale. Once you're getting into like what we're doing, we're more of a coaching business and getting into this side of things. There's ways to scale by just working on your offers.
Yeah.
Right? Like working on
Oh,
everything on the back end.
yeah.
Literally, we've joined some of our own cohorts right now that we're learning from, and we've even started elevating where we were thinking before, and we're like, oh, we can already scale to this now because there's things that we didn't have in place before that we have in play now, and we're like, oh, okay, this makes total sense. We can scale this. We weren't even charging enough for this, but the problem was we weren't hitting the right audience. So yeah, they couldn't hit where we needed to be, so we need to hit here, right? It's like once you get in a different mind or state of mind, it's like, okay, these people over here, they make it work. How do we make it work? And it's targeting the right audience.
Yeah, for sure. All right, cool. So we're going to move on. I did want to do this real quick. I wasn't originally going to do this, but let me do it anyway because I just had it pulled up and I thought I would share it. So this weekend, this Saturday, it's what we're doing. It's the 1 hour content magic workshop. It's where you're going to get our plug and play YouTube content system that's bringing in consistent views, build your email list, and grows your audience on autopilot in just 1 hour a week. It's basically what we're doing right this second. So it's kind of meta. So if you go in here right now, there is early bird tickets. They're going to be expiring in the next, I believe, 2 days, and then they're going to be going up. And so if you're interested, and this is what we're talking about. Like, so yes, we want steady views. It doesn't mean that they're like high views. It's steady views. And yes, this, newer channel has gotten over 1.6 million views, 103,000 watch time hours, 36,000 subscribers. That's our audience. But look at the emails. We got 11,000 emails. We got $11,100 from ad money. And then we got 105,258 on our trainings. So this is what we're going to be breaking down is like how we've been able to do it and basically how you're able to grow your audience, get more views and subscribers, but the right views, build your channel that supports your business and also grows that email list with steady leads every single day. And that's what the goal of it is. But a lot of times people struggle with like, how do you create so much content? Like, how are you posting 3 videos a week? This is how. All right. So if you're interested, in the description, we're going to leave the link. And the reason why I am putting it there this time, which we normally don't do that, we're going to put it in the description because the link is going to be expiring once we do the workshop, which is going to be this Saturday, which is September 27th. And that's going to be at 12 p.m. Eastern time. There is going to be a replay for those that grab a ticket. So if you can't make it, totally cool. Just go ahead and grab a ticket and you'll get the replay. All right. And if you're watching this and you're in our cohort, you're getting this as part of being in our cohort. So you got a little bonus coming. All right. So with that being said, Scotty, let's get into the next segment here that we wanted to talk about, which is similar to what we were talking about right now. And it's also part of our strategy. So if you come to the workshop on Saturday, you'll learn more about this. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tee it up here. And we're going to get rocking and rolling. And this will be our next segment of today's live stream. All right, so here we go. All right, in this video, I want to share with you some YouTube advice that will make most creators fail. And it hurts me to even say that because it's reality. And I want to help as many small channels out there, whether you're just starting on this YouTube journey or if you're adding this YouTube thing to your business. I want to help you avoid some of these pitfalls and also some of this bad advice. So with that being said, I'm just going to dive in. So let's get into it. Number one, I've got 5 things, by the way. Number one is creating content and just start posting. That's the bad advice. Just start creating content and start posting. It doesn't matter the niche. Just go ahead and just put it all out there. It's going to help you get better at being on video. It's going to help. Okay, maybe it'll get you comfortable about being on video. I'll give you that. But what it's going to do is we're wasting time by just putting a whole bunch of content out there on random things. You know, like, oh, you were on a fishing trip, so you decided to post something on your fishing trip. Oh, you had a dance recital for one of your kids. Let's put something up there about the dance recital, and then you can kind of do like a vlogging style. Okay. To me, there's a chance that can work, but the chances are probably better at you just going and buying a lottery ticket. And I'm not even joking. All right. So that's the one thing I would say. What we want to do here is we want to focus on a niche. That is what we want to do. That's what we've been doing now, myself personally, for over 17 plus years. Every single channel that I built that also helped to grow our business, whether it was a 6-figure or a 7-figure business, it's always been about what is the niche and can I create content that serves that niche? So that would be one thing. If you're hearing that, I would run. All right. So that's number one. Number two, focusing on 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours to get to monetization. Because once we get there, baby, you've made it. No, you have not made it. Because here's what you're not hearing. Depending on the niche that you decide, monetization could be pennies, literally could be pennies. And you will need a lot of views in order to make any real money. So you don't want to bank on monetization as being the strategy at all, because it's a very risky one. And also it might be very disappointing. All right. Now, if you're selling something in the health space, or maybe something in the how to make money space, or maybe it's in finance, you might make a better, YouTube earnings there. You might, but if you're just going to kind of wing it, it's probably not a good idea. So we'd want to do something more than that, which we'll get into here in a second. Number 3 is, well, just grow on YouTube and, just basically get out there and just, again, post stuff, but just do some, shorts, just go out there and just publish some shorts, try to just, figure out what is going to be the thing that's going to allow you to be able to just get some attention. You can make funny videos. That's another one, man, making funny videos, man, that would be cool. Wouldn't it? Just to make people laugh and make a whole bunch of money. There's not any money in ad money. I'll tell you that right now. But what we want is a plan. All right. And if you don't have a plan, there's a massive danger in that. And what I mean by a plan is, like, if we pick our niche, and we figure out the problem that we can help someone with, and then we can go ahead and start to lead them to whether it's affiliate offers, maybe it's your own products, maybe there's sponsorships. There's a lot more opportunity there if we're focusing on that niche. But just grow on YouTube. It'll all figure itself out. No, we don't want to do that. And actually, we follow a very detailed roadmap. We call it the 100K YouTube creators roadmap. And the reason why we call it that is because that's what I've been following now for over 17 years. And I've kind of like put it all together into a guide. It's an 18-page guide. If you would like a copy of that, just go ahead and put 100K in the comments. I'll send you a copy of it absolutely free. And no strings attached. And no, you don't have to put your credit card in or anything like that. It's literally free. And the reason why we're doing that is because we're following our own plan. We're basically showing up. I'm helping you hopefully prevent some problems. and helping to get you in a place where you can actually be successful. And this guide is part of that. And maybe down the line, you may decide to, I don't know, come to one of our workshops. You might want to maybe come in on one of our cohorts where we help you install our systems into your business. But right now it's about you getting to know and like and trust us. And how do you do that? Well, you do exactly what I teach in this guide, and that is deliver value. And another way of doing that is to give away a free resource like this 100K roadmap. So if you'd like that, just put 100K down below and we'll send it to you. All right. So let's move on. Number 4, I talked about this a second ago, is like, do YouTube shorts, do short form content first. Do short form content first. Don't do that. All right. Again, if you want to do it, that's totally fine. I get it. It's easier. You only got to do like a minute video or a 2-minute video. The problem with that is, and we have students of ours, they've had this happen, is you'll do YouTube shorts. You will get more impressions. You will probably get more views, and you might even get some subscribers. And then what happens is you build that subscriber base, and guess what? Now you want to start creating some long form content, but they don't care about your long form because they signed up, subscribed for the short form. That's what they did. So now you're like, why aren't people watching my long form? Because they subscribe for the short form. So if your goal is to turn this thing into real money, number one, you got to follow a plan. I already gave that to you before. Okay. 100K, comment that and we'll send it to you. But you want people to get to know, like, and trust you by you delivering value. And our favorite way of doing it is long form content. And I mean long form, anything over 3 minutes is considered long form, but I like anywhere from 8 to 12 minutes is kind of my rule of thumb. All right. So that would be the 4th thing. Again, that's what I'm hearing, and it kind of drives me crazy, is just post YouTube shorts, short form. That's the easiest way to get started. It's the easiest, but it's not the best way. All right. So number 5, short-term thinking, overnight success. If you're hearing like, all you got to do is this, and in 30 days, you're going to be monetized, and you're going to have this, and you're going to have that. That is just bad advice. Okay. Because if you're doing this just for a little bit of change, you want a little bit of change, maybe go to the movies, maybe take the wife to dinner, maybe once a month. Yeah. Get to monetization. That'll probably work for you. But if you're trying to turn this into something a little bit more substantial, or you're looking to add something to your existing business, like maybe 6 figures in revenue, you got to have a little bit more of a long-term thinking. And the long-term thinking is really exactly what we talk about in our 100K roadmap. All right. It's like you have to start thinking to yourself, what is the plan? All right. But now the biggest problem that we see is that they're not starting with that proven plan. That's why we're trying to give it to you right now. But if you're more of a visual and you want to actually watch me and hear me walk you through it, I recorded a video right here that takes you through exactly how to do that. Watch that video next, and I'll see you there. Cut. All right, Scotty, I fumbled there a little bit, and I'm going to need you to clean that up.
I saw it. Yeah, you're good. I got it.
But we got to note that. That was on the 3rd thing. And the reason why is because my notes, I had them a little misaligned. So we'll have to clean that.
That's okay. We can clean that up. No problem. No problem. So that was point number 3, you said, correct?
Yeah, it was the part where I started talking
about shorts and stuff.
Yeah, but it wasn't in the right spot.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. And I will say this, because I know some people are going to say, with these, oh, how do you cut these up? And, does it take you a long time and this and that? So I'm actually, I use right now, currently, I'm using Descript. And with Descript, it's cool because it transcribes everything. So literally I can like search for certain things. So the reason I said what number was it? It was the 3rd. I can literally look up when you said number 3, and then I'll just start from that point and read it. And then I can see where you messed up or whatever. And then I can change that out. A lot of cool features with it. And just to be transparent, guys, it takes me on average 12 to 15 minutes to edit one video. And that's with some pop-ups here and there. That's with jump cuts, with all that. It does use AI that helps it. We're not an affiliate for it, so I don't have any link to send you guys. But I do recommend using it right now because currently it's making my life super easy on editing.
For sure.
But because I mean, again, let's go back to brand creators, the other channel. It's over 100,000 subs. We haven't touched that one in a while, but that one, when we were doing that, I was spending, and that was highly edited. I was spending 3 to 4 hours of video editing that, and we were still doing 3 a week. So it was taking me a lot of time. This wasn't around then. If it was, this would have saved me a lot of time.
And I also want to give a little plug here for this, because Scotty's going to be going through his Descript little editing kind of sequence on what he does in our workshop. So if you're interested in joining us and seeing how we streamline this process, it's what we're calling our 1 hour content magic system. If you're interested, make sure that you visit that link in the description. If you're watching this before September 27th, 2025, go down there. You'll see that link. And if you do happen to go there at a later date, that link may take you to a page that may say, whatever, it's ended, or maybe you can join a wait list. But if you want to be there live or get the replay, just grab a ticket, and then we'll make sure that you get that. But that's another part that we're going to be teaching in there, because we've never really shared that, and Scotty's been kind of tweaking it and refining it. It's gotten it pretty dialed in. So he's going to share what he's doing right now in that editing process, and we'll break it down inside of that workshop.
Yep.
Cool. All right, let's get rocking and rolling. And Dan Wicked said, I didn't see the fumble. Maybe I was making coffee. No, I fumbled. I mean, in my own mind. Now, again, that's a great thing to say, because you didn't notice it. Scotty noticed it a little bit. I felt it, but I kept rolling. You see how I didn't stop? And I thought in my head, okay, but if I come back here and I kind of clean that part up and I come back to where I know that I'll be able to kind of start from, I know that we'll be able to clean that up, and it won't take a lot of work, because we're using Descript, where he can just go and kind of sort by my words. So anyway, all right, cool. Let's do it. Get me full screen, and there we go. All right. And let's do it. Here we go. All right. So this is going to be the third. Yeah, this is the third one. Here we go. All right. In this video, I want to share with you a boring, not sexy strategy that made $115,000, gained 36,000 subs, 1.6 million channel views, and built an email list of 11,000 people. And get this, YouTube paid us $11,000 to do that, to build that email list. Pretty crazy. So you're probably wondering, all right, Scott, well, how did you do it? Well, I'm going to share with you 5 steps in this process. I'm just going to break them down for you. So let's get into it. Number 1, you need to choose a niche that has a problem. That is the first thing that we did. And the reason why we start there is because that's exactly what I've been doing now for the last 17 plus years, because that's how long I've been here on YouTube. Multiple businesses, multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses, using this plan. All right. And the first thing is always, what is the niche that we're going to target, that we're going to focus, that we can help, and what are we going to help them with? Okay. So that's the very first step. So if you don't have that, that's going to be your first step. The second thing is going to be, we created and posted a simple video strategy that basically just helps solve problems. So I want you to think about this for a second. You have this bridge, and you have the one person over here trying to get across the bridge. They want to get over there to this beautiful place, but they need to get across the bridge, and they're just not sure how to get over the bridge. Or maybe let's use this analogy. There's little planks. Well, there's only so many planks. We got to keep adding planks till they get there. Well, those planks are little tiny wins, little tiny steps that they need to make. So we need to help them. We need to be their guide in getting them from point A to point B. Okay. So what we have done is always just reverse back. Okay. Usually it's us. We're like, okay, what did I struggle with when I was first starting? And then you're like, oh, I struggled with this. Cool. Let's do a video on that. What's the next thing I struggled with? Oh, I struggled with that. Okay, cool. Let's do another video on that. And so all we're doing is we're creating these steps along the way that's going to get them from point A to point B. All right. Now, the thing is here, this is a big one. is you want to be consistent in this though. And that's the real secret there, is like being consistent. So forget about the views, forget about who's watching. What is that process to get across the bridge that you're going to help someone with? Build that bridge for them. And don't worry about all of the people that are going to watch that later, because there will be people that are going to watch it later. Think about that. All right. So that's what we did. That was the second thing. The third is we always included a free bonus. And that free bonus, in this case, today, I'll share with you right now. We're talking about creating a plan. We're talking about like creating the bridge, right? The steps that are going to help you get there. We created an 18-page guide that walks you through exactly what we did, because we've already done it several times. These are the steps. We created what we call our 100K YouTube creators roadmap, and we're giving it away for free. So this is where we're going to give you a free resource. If you'd like that, by the way, just comment down below 100K, just 100K down below, and we'll send you a copy of that. And what this is doing is it's going to build our email list, and it will build your email list if you follow this process. Okay. And we outline it all in that 100K roadmap, by the way. So you'll comment, we'll see the comment. We will send you a link to the page. You'll enter your name and email address where you want us to send it, and then we'll send it to you. Then you'll be part of our email list. If you want to unsubscribe, you can. If you want to stay, get to know us a little better, we'll continue to help you get across the bridge, and we'll be friends. Like that's cool. That's what we're doing. Okay. So that's number 3. Number 4 is, now that we're building an email list, we need to communicate with that email list. We need to let people know that we're here to help them. So it could just be a very simple email that's like, hey, I just noticed you downloaded the 100K YouTube creators roadmap. Got any questions? Let me know, Scott. That's it. That's the email. Why would I do something as simple as that? Because I genuinely want to help you. Scotty genuinely wants to help you. We are here to help you. And if we do that, guess what it's going to do? It's going to have you start to know us, like us, and trust us. We call that KLT, by the way. All right. So that's the 4th thing. We need to email. So many people I talk to, they're like, yeah, I'm building my email list. I haven't emailed them in 3 months. We got to fix that. All right. So that's number 4. Number 5, and this really kind of brings it all together, is now we have to make offers that genuinely help them, of what they need to get across that bridge. All right. And that's exactly how we've been able to start a brand new channel, following what we've done for years now. Start a brand new channel, and in 12 months, get it to 36,000 subscribers, get monetized in 89 days, by the way, which is a bonus. It's a bonus. And then we're able to get 1.6 million channel views, 11,000 email subscribers, and we're able to sell over $100,000 worth of help trainings. All right. And we got paid $11,000 from YouTube. All right. So now a little bonus here. Got a little bonus for you for sticking around this long. All right. When you get people results, that is going to pour gasoline on your business. And here's what I mean. If you have someone that has gotten a result, now you get to share that result. What does that do? It proves you know what you're talking about. It demonstrates that you can actually help someone get across the bridge. All right. I'll give you an example. We have a student of ours, Gavin, and Gavin was just like all of us. He started, wasn't getting a lot of views, kept posting, joined our program. He's like, what am I doing wrong? We looked at his stuff. We're like, maybe we'll get a little bit more niche. We did that, fine-tuned a few things, and then kept publishing, didn't see results right away. And we just kept saying, hey, got to keep going, got to keep consistent. That's the key. And he did. And guess what? He had a video that took off. It's over 500,000 views right now. It blew up his channel. And now he just reported to me the other day, he's over 20,000 subscribers on a channel that had just over 1,000, I believe, at the time. And he's got over 5,000 email subscribers, and YouTube is paying him, and he's getting clients. That's just one example. But you see what I just did there? I shared a result, not my result. It's someone else's result, but it just happens that he actually was learning under us. So that's how you can really, really pour gas on the fire for your business. And I encourage you to do the same. All right. Now, the big question that I get all the time is, Well, how do you turn YouTube views into sales? Well, that's why I shot this video right here that shows you exactly how to do just that. Watch that video next, and I'll see you there. Cut. That was a little bit cleaner.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? You guys think that was clean?
Yeah. Was that a cleaner take on that one? Was that a good one?
Well, I mean, I'm going to say yes because they didn't even notice the other one. Dan Wicked says, and cut. Great.
And some people might be joining us right now, Scotty, and going like, I don't know what they mean. What are they talking about?
Yeah. So what's going on, guys, is this is our 1 hour content hack. This is our recording day. So what's going on is we are shooting this live stream. I say live stream like this with quotes because even though it's live for you guys, yes, it's going to be a replay, but also there is 3 videos inside of this that are going to be pulled, extracted, whatever you want to call, cut out, and they are going to be edited and put up as their own individual videos. This is also what is going to be taught this weekend with our 1 hour content magic workshop. So if you guys have not gotten a ticket yet, it is in the description. So go head on down to the description. All the details is there on how we create this content hack. So you're able to post up to 3 videos a week with only an hour of work. And that's what we've been following for the past, I don't know, few years on this channel. Probably the past 6 months we've been doing this, and saves time, still bringing in leads, generating leads. I mean, with this, guys, just again, transparency, about a month ago with our first cohort doing this with a pivot, even a pivot going on, did a $15,000 launch. And that was off of a pivot with a brand new audience, different kind of audience than what we were attracting before, and with less views. But following this strategy that we're doing right here, and the content came from live streams. So that's my little take on that. We do have one more video left in the segment that we're going to be doing. And real quick, Dan Wicked said, he's pretty sure he has a 100K roadmap, but he can't find it. If you can't find it, just send us an email. You can email scott@livevideoschool.com if you're not on the email list already. Or you can just respond to any of the emails and just say, hey, I need you to send me that again. I need to get it bumped up, and we'll send you.
Or search your inbox. You might find it.
Oh, yeah. Or search it. You might find it too. So let's see. I'm going to answer one question real quick. Do you find it better this way, but not as much interaction with your viewers? Yeah. So I would say, here's the thing. Like, the way we broke it up is your live stream topic that you have as the title that in the thumbnail that we put for this specific live stream that you guys came into. That is your time to be more personable and talk to it's pretty much the first 15 minutes. We're like, okay, we're going to talk about this topic. We'll interact a little bit. If someone has a question, maybe we'll answer it. Maybe at the end of this live stream, we'll do it too. Today, we're probably not going to have much time for that, but usually we'll be like, okay, we'll answer a few at the end. And you can do it however you want to, fit best. But I would say like first 15 minutes, talk about that topic. You can answer little questions here and there, and then get into it. Because the other reason we do that too is because a lot of people aren't staying past 20, 30 minutes. So once you're doing these for the batch, no one's really, it wouldn't matter anyway, but no one's really noticing that later on, oh, you reposted this again and it's the same video. Not a lot of people are staying that long anyway. So it's another reason why we kind of wait until the middle part of this live stream to start doing this little content hack. So lecture style. Yeah, kind of. And Matt, what's going on, Matt? Shout out to Matt. He's actually doing this right now, I believe. Matt, are you still doing the live stream content hack? Because I know you've been doing great over there, business-wise and views-wise. Yeah, and
I'd like to give a little shout out to Matt too and say, like, I could have used him as one of our examples because he was, one of our students, and he's kind of crushing it right now. So again, just demonstrate you can help people by sharing other people's results, not just your own. Yeah. Because I can sit here and say, oh, look what we've done over the years. And then you're like, oh, that's cool for you. But, whatever, like, you had a wife that, was very supportive. I don't have that. And I'm like, well, okay, I can show you someone else that is single and, doesn't have what I had. And you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, well, I can do it then. Right. So it's like just showing different examples. That's why, like, back in the day, even to this day, if you watch any late night infomercial, there's a whole bunch of different people in there, all different walks of life, because one is going to speak to you. And that's that's the crazy thing, right? It's like one speaks to you, you're like, oh, they're like me. They have my situation. Boom, you're in.
And yeah, it's technically 4 videos we're doing right now, which one is this live stream. Like this counts as its own individual video right now because there is going to be a replay of this afterwards, and it's already optimized and all of that. We'll turn the ads on, all of that. And here's the thing: we've had some videos too that afterwards they'll get over 1,000 views. I mean, on the Brain Creators channel, we were doing live streams where the live stream, one of them got like 70,000 views. So on the replay, you'll get all those views. Which again, it's not really about the views, more for the comments and the leads. But then those 3 other videos, those are additional ones. So really, it's like you're getting 4 videos. Now you could customize. You could say, hey, I'm only going to do the live stream topic and then 2 other videos. It's whatever fits best for you. And maybe you cut the time down a little bit. So you have options with it, but it's giving you the framework behind it. Real quick, Matt said, yep, going super well here. Couldn't be happier with how everything is going and all the hacks and tips work. I've learned which hacks work with each type of video, which helps me plan easily. Awesome. Yeah, man, we've been seeing you crushing it. We always check in on everyone, all of our students. So that's amazing, man. Keep it up. Hope the business is going well too.
All right, cool. Let's okay, you got another one?
Yeah, last one. But you still leave the live up and edit for the long content. YouTube doesn't see that as copied content. No, because you do have to edit it. So it's like we're gonna download this down. We're gonna take off this beginning intro part of or intro, I say the beginning topic. Take that, get rid of that. Start with the video that is at 15 minutes, from 15 to whatever to 25 minutes. Take that, edit it a little bit, put it up as a video. YouTube doesn't see it as the same because it's not the same. I mean, you're putting edits to it, you're making it original, all of that. So you don't have to worry about that.
Yep. Cool.
All right, I'm gonna put it over to you.
Here we go. Okay. Got the next one up, and here we go. This is gonna be a good one. All right, here we go. Don't post another YouTube video for your business until you watch this entire video. And this literally could change everything for you. And let me just say, this isn't about creating complicated videos or highly edited videos. It's actually simple videos. That's what I want to highlight here. Now, the big mistake that I see being made is posting videos without a clear strategy and just hoping for views. Just like, man, I hope we get those views. What I want to do is I want to give you our simple strategy to grow our business, but really that can help grow yours, and really how to use YouTube in all of this. All right. Now, little side note, I'm going to go through 5 steps. All right. I've kind of outlined these out here, and I'm going to be breaking these down, and you're more than welcome to stop this video, pause it, write them down, because I do think this could be a complete game changer for you. All right. So let's get started. Number 1 is focus on helping the audience achieve something. And I want you to think small wins. All right. I want you to think small wins. We have one of our students, Jeff, little shout out to Jeff. He teaches guitar, and actually I play guitar, but I'm always thinking to myself, man, I just want to learn that lick. I want to learn that one little phrasing on the guitar. I don't need to learn the entire song, but if I could play that one little riff, man, that would be cool. That's what I'm talking about. How could he, which he does, create a video that shows like one thing that you could do, and that you walk away going like, wow, that was good. That was easy. I wonder if I can learn more. Let me go ahead and subscribe to him, or let me go ahead and join his email list. We'll get to all of that. But that's what I'm talking about. Small wins. I want you to be thinking like micro wins. Okay. Because if you give someone a win, they're going to remember you. All right. So the second thing is forget the damn ego. Let's put it at the door. Check it. All right. We're not going to go to the gym. I remember years ago going to the gym, and I'm like, man, I want to lift some heavy stuff, right? I want to show people that I'm strong. Days are over with. No one cares. All right. And the same thing goes with YouTube. We don't care. The ego has to go. The video, the only purpose, the video needs to target our audience, not just for views. All right. If you are using YouTube for a business, which I hope you are, and if you're not, please consider it, because it's just a lot easier to make it work. All right. But We're not thinking about anything other than, is this video going to serve my audience? Is it going to get them a win? Are they going to remember us? That's all we're thinking about. All right. So think about that for yourself. What is something you could give someone that small micro win, and forget about views? Worry about, is this going to serve that one person that watches that video? And I'm telling you, it's a game changer. 3. Okay. We're talking about now what we coined as the content sandwich. You're going to want to write this one down. All right. The very first part of this little content sandwich that we're talking about, super powerful, by the way, which actually I believe has resulted in over $100,000 from this little content sandwich. All right. So the very first part of the sandwich is the hook. So in the very beginning of this video, you probably remember it was like, don't post another single YouTube video for your business until you watch this entire video. And you're like, well, wait a minute, what? You got my attention. Okay, I got to listen in. Okay, so right away, we want to grab that attention. That's the hook. The next thing is, you might notice, and if you don't believe me, go back to the beginning of this video and watch that intro, and then watch what happens immediately afterwards. Boom, we're right into the content. I can't tell you how many people they'll comment on our videos and say, thank you so much for just getting right to it and not wasting my time. That results in a subscriber. That results in someone wanting to come back and watch your next video, even if they didn't plan on coming back and they see your thing coming up in the feed and they're like, oh yeah, I remember. They get right to the point. I like their style. All right. So that's the second part of the content sandwich. The third, and probably one of the most important, I say one of the most because the hook is really the most important, because if we don't get them hooked, they won't get to the middle of the sandwich, right? Is the call to action of a free resource, which we're going to get to that in the next step, in step number 4. But that one there is extremely, extremely important. And I'll show you how that works here in a second. And then we're going to go right back into the rest of the meat of the content, of the value. And then we're going to wrap it up with what we call binge looping. We're going to direct them where to go next. And then that way there, they watch more of our content and they get to know, like, and trust us even more. All right. So that's the content sandwich, 10,000 foot view. All right. The fourth thing is what I just kind of alluded to, is now what we want to do is we want to deplatform. Okay. And we need to be thinking about this. Again, this strategy is what we are thinking about when we create any video. This video right here, I went through and I put all of these pieces that I'm describing to you right now inside of this video. All right. And I'm into the content sandwich right now, and I'm about to get into that CTA, the call to action that I just mentioned. And what I'm going to say here will demonstrate this. So what I mean by deplatforming, we want to grow our email list. We want to remove people and bring them over to our own platform. What is that platform? Email. It's the thing I've been using now for 17 plus years, has done multiple 6 and 7 figure, has driven 6 and 7 figures in multiple businesses from email. And so how are we able to do that with YouTube? Put a link in the description? No. Yes, we do put it there, but we also do this. And that is, we are going to give away a free resource in the middle of that section of content. And here's what I mean. You might be wondering, well, Scott, I have no idea how to deplatform a viewer. Like, how do you do that? It sounds kind of complicated. It's really not. And I actually have a free resource where we show you exactly how we have built what we call our steady leads flywheel. And I'd love to give you access to a playbook that we created. This is a printed copy, but you can get the digital copy for free. All right. It's about 25 pages. It goes through the exact process that we're using. And I'll even give you a private recording that we did with a group of coaches and course creators, and we taught it. It's about 2 hours long. You can have it for free. All you got to do to get it is just comment leads down below. Just comment leads down below and we'll send it to you. Now, what's going to happen? You're going to go, you're going to put leads down in the comments. We're going to see it. We're going to send you the link. The link's going to take you to a page, ask you where you want us to send it through an email, and then we will send it in an email to you. And then you'll be part of our email list. That's how you deplatform. Okay. Now, I know there's a lot of little steps there. It's all broken down right here. That's why you're going to want a copy of that. All right. So just comment leads down below and we'll send it to you. All right. So that's the fourth thing, deplatform. And fifth and final is where we want to get them to continue watching more during that session, because YouTube loves that. And we love that because now people are consuming more of you, and that builds the trust level up. All right. We call this binge looping. All right. And it's the ultimate trust builder is if we can get people to consume more. All right. Now, with that being said, what does that actually mean? Well, and this is a big one, is the mistake that people make is they're not building that email list. They're not getting the leads. That is the biggest mistake in this whole thing. Your video is a vehicle to get people to watch that will then allow them to deplatform and be able to get over to your email list. Now, again, that's a big mistake, but it doesn't have to be. And that's why I created this video right here that breaks down that strategy and shows you the 10,000 foot view on how you can implement it yourself. Watch that video next, and I'll see you there. Cut. All right.
And recording is done for the week.
Yeah, I'm done.
Just like that.
Over.
Yeah. So guys, also, Dan Wickett said, I don't think I have that digital playbook. I got to get that. Yeah. All right now. Oh, I didn't realize I wasn't on the screen. Hi guys. All of our resources are in the description, so you can go down the description. We have all those right now, because usually, like he was doing before in those videos, you hear him saying comment, comment leads, comment that, right? That is part of our strategy. On the lives like this, you can still do that. The thing is, once it goes to replay, all these comments in here go away and we're not able to respond back to them, especially at the end of the lives. So right now I'm going to direct you guys, if you want any of those and you haven't gotten any of the 100K leads, any of those, even the workshop, it's down below in the description. All the links are there if you guys want to check any of those things out. But yeah, there's a reason, guys, we always are saying comment. Yeah, and there's the playbook for the flywheel. It's a
guys,
masterclass in there.
This is a no fluff guide, by the way. I mean, it's got everything in here. I mean, the content sandwich is in there. The content machine is in there. This is what we give to our clients, people that pay a good amount of money. So, right there. Okay. You guys can get access to it. Why would we do that? Why would we give that away? You're crazy. You'll hear some of the gurus too and say, don't give anything away like that. Make it like gated. Don't give away the how. My belief is this: if I can show you this, you might be like, that's amazing, Scott. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. But I need help implementing that. I need help installing that in my business. Do you guys help with that? And we're like, yeah, we actually do. We'll send you over some information about it. Maybe we can work together,
Yeah, and it's funny. I was actually just looking at another channel, won't mention who, but I was looking up a guru's channel, and one of the things I was very surprised with is they didn't have any free resources. The only thing they had was like work with me, and that was it. And so I was like, that's very interesting. But hey, if that's what works for them, it works for them. Yep. But our thing is, we're just trying to help and serve, right? We're trying to serve our audience. We're trying to help them best we can. Listen, even if you don't end up working with us at any time, if you get something out of this and you email us, you say, hey, your 100K thing works. Look what I've done. That's a win. We love hearing all the wins that we get, whether you're a client of ours or just someone who's used a free resource of ours. I mean, we were getting people off the Hooks document that were saying, oh my gosh, their title has helped me out, do this, blah, blah, blah. Like the 100K roadmap, like it's help me find my niche, like all these different things. That is more than enough to us. And here's the thing. We're also building that relationship with you. So now we know down the road, you're going to be like, what these guys are talking about is right. I want to stick by them. I want to stick with one, group of people. I don't want to go through all these other people. And like I saw earlier, some people said like and again, not tune our own horn, but like they trust us because we're giving everything. We're transparent. A lot of other people, they either gatekeep or, they scam or whatever, which they're just pretty much trying to get money out of you and they're not really trying to help you. Our things is we help first, money will come. The money will come. We just need to help, right? If we help as money, and like you said earlier, Dad, it's we are trying to get to the point, which we already are doing, but even more, and this is how you scale, and even more is when your clients are selling for you. when your clients sell for you, or not even clients, but people using the free resource, when you guys sell for us, that's how we know like we're doing right. Right. Where we don't have to sell ourselves.
Right.
If we have to sell ourselves all the time, every year, like then it's like that's a struggle, right? That's a stress that you got to sell this, right? But when people are getting results and it sells for you, then there's no more work to be done besides keep feeding the people and helping them. That's why we give everything to our clients as much as we can, because their wins help us. And like you said, if you can use other people besides yourself, it's way more compelling for someone to want to work with you because they see results from other people, not just you.
Right. Let me know in the comments real quick too. Who grabbed a ticket to the workshop? Because I just got a bunch that just came in. So I'm just curious if you guys were on here, if you guys grabbed a ticket, let us know. The other thing I want to say about this, and we haven't even announced this yet. So you guys that have been here or jumped in late and you guys are at the very end, there's actually going to be a little bonus that we're giving away to live attendees. So if you show up and you're live and you stick with us through the live workshop, there's not going to be a big pitch at the end. Don't worry. What there's going to be is there's going to be a gift that we're giving only to people that are live and that go to the end. And it's something that we've only given to our clients. It's going to, yeah, you're going to really enjoy it. So I'm just curious. If you guys, if you guys aren't using this strategy, I encourage you to. I'm just curious if you guys are like, thinking to yourself like, I just don't know. And I don't know if I could go live. Okay, don't go live. We'll just go do it one take. You know what I mean? Like just go one take. And that's our thing, right? Like we're live video school, meaning like not necessarily like you got to go live. It's like, just make the damn thing live, right? Like, it's like, stop keeping that thing like on the hard drive. Let's get that thing uploaded. Right. And let's get that thing live, or let's get that session. Let's get it recorded. Let's do it. Right.
And I want to share one thing about this real quick about the workshop. Not too long ago, maybe some of you guys were there or not. We did a coaching summit where we had a bunch of coaches come in, teach a bunch of different things around business and stuff and content, all that kind of stuff, different models. And did a whole coaching summit. Well, I did a little session in there that was about the hour content hack. It was a shorter version, condensed version, but did a content hack, kind of talked about it, right? Well, we had people reach out later that said, Scotty, that session, I would have paid however X amount just for that session alone, besides the however many we had. I don't even know how many speakers we have at that.
We had
21 speakers at that, right? And that was only one. And I was honestly, I mean, for the credibility and stuff, I was probably on the lower part of the credibility with everyone. Yes, I know the YouTube stuff, but everyone else is more business inclined. But I had people in there saying, Scotty, I would have paid, the full whatever for just yours alone outside of this. So this is going to be a crazy workshop because, guys, that was only a taste. Like that was the content. But here's the thing. I'll be honest, like with that, we didn't even talk about the editing part of it, which we're going to be sharing in this part of the workshop. We only talked about the content hack. Like we're going to be talking about the content hack, even go more in detail on how we can structure it even better. And then on top of that, the editing with that as well. And like I said, if you show up live, you're also going to get a free gift at the end, which is going to help you with the content. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah. We've got a lot to cover in a short amount of time. So, you're going to want to allow about 90 minutes, but we're going to basically get it so it's tight. So this way here, you guys can consume it. But here's the other thing that we're doing, which we don't even tell people that we're doing. One of the reasons we're doing this is because we needed to record this for our clients. So that's going to be a resource for them. But anybody that just wants to attend this, grab the ticket, super low ticket. It's not expensive. But then what we do after we're all done, you're going to get the replay, but you're going to get the replay polished. We're going to literally cut it up into bite-sized pieces for each section of the process. And this is something we're going to be doing probably once a month is we're going to be doing these live workshop type things where we're going to teach a portion or something that we're either teaching our clients and sharing with them, or something that we know that our audience needs. So these are assets that we are creating that are going to serve a multitude of things, right? It's not just going to be for, okay, we're doing a workshop to share this and it's going to be a replay and it's just going to be on Zoom. It's not. It's going to be, us teaching it, but it's also going to be some open Q&A only if you're there live. So if you're there live, you'll get open Q&A. If you're not there live, you don't get the Q&A portion, right? Why do we want you there live? Just because we like to be in front of a live audience to be able to teach, right? There's more energy in the room. And it serves great, feedback. But yeah, we have got a cool gift. I'm going to probably announce that on Wednesday of what it is, which is pretty crazy. I mentioned that to you, Scotty, earlier, and I think that's going to be a great one because it's going to help with this process. So anyway, that's what I got to share on that. This has been a good session. This was a good recording session. It just happens that we are live. We did it in front of, I think our peak was like 25 people today. So, hey, that's good, but even if you didn't have anybody showing up, imagine just pressing record and going, finishing and being like, whew, okay, all done for the week. And now I got 3 to 4 pieces of content. And the live stream can count as a piece of content. Right. So, all right, cool. Yeah, this Saturday, Damn Wicked. Yes, it's this Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. And we're going to go for about 90 minutes is what we are allowing. So right now there's over 50 people that have grabbed a ticket. So we're going to be showing up for at least 50 people. So that's going to be amazing. So yeah, so awesome. All right. That's it, Scotty. Anything else? We good?
I'm good.
Good to go. Cool. All right, guys. Yeah. If you want to join us, make sure you visit the description. If you want to get any of the resources that we talked about, you can check the description or comment whatever the playbook that you wanted. We'll give it to you. No problem. And if you are going to be at the workshop this weekend, we can't wait to see you. And I think you're going to be blown away. I think it's going to really, really change the game for you. And if you're there live and you stick with us to the end, you're going to get a sweet little bonus. All right. Can't wait to share it with you guys. All right, guys, that's it. That's going to wrap it up. As always, take care, take action. We'll see you around. Bye, guys.
See ya.